Hi, what's up? How you doing? So in today's video we are going to make the second part to my series, I guess you could say, about 6 mistakes every beginner artist makes in digital art. So I guess without further ado, let's go! Mistake number 1. Thinking brushes solve everything. So the brushes solve everything thinking is actually kind of, you could say, a phase. It is actually coming after the using too much airbrush and blur tool. After that part there is the brushes solve everything phase, we could rather say. It's like, oh my god, if I use the brushes my favorite artists use, I'm gonna be a master. Everything is gonna be solved. But let me tell you, that is not the thing. I right here have that example of this piano scene, I guess. I was just thinking like, okay, I just need to use the soft brush and the piano looks glossy and shiny, which it doesn't. It just looks smudgy, like really weird. So yeah, I should have actually just used the same brush as on everything else on this drawing, and it would have looked better than whatever this is. It is something, but not glossy, which it was supposed to look. It was supposed to look expensive and glossy. It doesn't. Or right here, I was just like, I wanted to draw pretty trees, and I was not very confident in drawing trees, but like, then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use that tree texture brush and all my problems are solved. No, they are not. I mean, it does look like trees, but this brush texture just does not fit with the entire aesthetic of this drawing at all. It really feels like, an intruder, because it does not match the overall vibe. And for an example from my new drawings right here, I wanted to show you this because this drawing is entirely drawn using one brush. I only used the basic round brush and nothing more. And it still looks, I would say, quite good. Pretty amazing. I really like this drawing. And yet that is the thing I do nowadays a lot. Pretty much only using the round brush. Sometimes I am using a special brush on the hair just to, make my life easier and things faster. But with this one, for example, like I said, entirely one brush. And that is actually the most basic brush in existence. So you can do that too. Yeah, generally I would say you should try learning to draw only using the basics and then add on top of it, because you already learned how to do things, and then you can just evaluate through using fitting brushes. Mistake number 2. Getting too detailed. Yeah, we are actually back again right here for the getting too detailed part. I'm mainly talking, for example, about the face and the hair of this drawing, because like you can see, if we are just completely zoomed out, you cannot see any details in this. But if we go closer, you can actually see that I did put, especially in the hair, quite some effort to get texture in there, get the true shine and everything. But it does not matter, because if you look at the full drawing, you can't see it. And I once heard in one YouTube video, I'm actually not sure which anymore, but I learned through that YouTube video that you should only zoom up to 100% and don't go near. And yeah, that's what I usually live by. I'm only going like right here, 100, and that is the closest we got to the drawing, and that is where we can draw the details. everything you draw, zooming in closer, won't be visible. I also quite often leave it at that size. Leave it at full size and just draw like that, because then you can be sure that everything is visible. Number 3. Squeezed in parts. It's actually a problem I did not have in digital art, because I started out with traditional art and just, naturally developed the skill therefore, and at the point I came into digital art, I already didn't have that problem anymore. But I choose this drawing as an example. If you look at that arm, it does not fit. I think it does not fit because I was just sucking at anatomy at that point, but like, still, the arm is squeezed in. Because I drew over it the way that arm would probably be located. Just really quickly, I drew that over, probably also not perfect. But like you can see, first of all, the arm is way thicker, obviously, but also like right here, you can see that it goes outside of the page. And that is also, we are not drawing that part because it's outside, we don't care about it. But if you struggle with that, digital art is making your life so easy. Right here you can see that drawing I made of that cat lady. I drew it as a full body shot originally because it's a redraw, and I was like, okay, the original is a full body shot, so we do that too. But as I was drawing, I just realized it doesn't vibe as a full body shot. And then I just, took the drawing later and rearranged it, layouted it differently to make it just more fitting into what I liked it to be, what I think is more fitting for the drawing to look like. Use your tools wisely. Number 4. Layer coordination or layer management, however you want to call it. So for this we slightly have to move me. So now I'm at the side so you can see the layers. And with this one you can see that there is no management in there, no coordination. They're all just called layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, whatever. Due to the fact that those are only 10 layers, it is still workable. You can easily find out what is on what layer, but as soon as you make bigger drawings, you can't work like that anymore. Like we go back to this drawing, and right here you can see I named every layer. And I put them into folders. Like here's the sketch folder with sketch hair, sketch face, sketch clothes, sketch mouse, sketch body, stuff like that. Or here we've got the colo folder here, colo jewels, colo hair, colo clothes, and whatever. So you just directly know what is on what layer, which is just way easier to work with. You know what's on what layer, you know where to find what, and you will thank yourself for good layer management. Number 5, forgetting checkups. So there are several ways to do checkups for your drawings. One simple way is by always focusing on this little, frame up here, the navigator, you could pretty much say, because that is pretty much also working as a thumbnail of your drawing. So it basically always shows you if your drawing works in a small size, if it is still visible what you are drawing, because obviously we are not gonna see those really small details. That is not really the important part. It is just like people should be knowing what they see. If they are looking at your drawing from far away, it should still be generally working. And an easy way to just get that working is by looking at the thumbnail, you could say. A second really important checkup is flipping the canvas. So why is flipping the canvas so important? So like, let's say I've been working on this drawing for hours now. Not that I did, but like, just imagine. And you've been looking at this drawing for so long that you pretty much get blind. You get blind to your own mistakes, and therefore you are just not really seeing them anymore, which is obvious when you are blind to them. But to see your mistakes again, to just stop being blind to them, you need a new perspective. You need to have a fresh look on it, and that easily works by flipping the canvas. And suddenly you see a lot of mistakes you didn't see before because you have the new and fresh perspective. For example, like that eye right there is tilted the wrong way. So we just take it, tilt it the right way, oopsie, and maybe even place it a bit better. And already we fixed one mistake. Another really obvious mistake, for example, is that now, as we look at it from a new perspective, we see that she pretty much looks like she's falling over to one side. So we're taking her and slightly rotate her. Not her feet though, because they are on a different layer. But yeah, straight away it does look better, and you can flip it back and work on it again, and then after some time flip back, see if you made any mistakes, and that, you know, just continuing with that until you get the perfect result. And last but not least, number 6, low-res canvas. The first thing you will probably notice looking at this drawing is that you can see the pixels. I'm not even zoomed in, and you see that it is completely pixelated. And it is also visible that that was not the goal, that it was not supposed to be pixel art, because therefore it's not pixelated enough. That is due to one easy little problem, that I just chose the wrong canvas size. That was just way too small and had a way too small canvas resolution. The easy thing about that is choose a bigger canvas, because if we go over here now, we can just try out how close we need to get to start seeing pixels. So just go. We can slightly, really slightly start seeing pixels. We are at 150 right now, but we can go closer. Here they are. Here are the pixels. You see them? Yes, you see them. And we are at 800 right now. So we have to go way closer. And as a little tip, I would say, obviously, as soon as you know you need that drawing for a certain something, that you need that drawing to be a certain size, you're obviously gonna take that size. If you know it's for the YouTube banner, for example, you take the size of the YouTube banner. But if you are just drawing for the drawing's sake, I personally prefer to take sizes A4 or A3, because you're always pretty safe with them. They're quite big and quite big scalable to other sizes. So guys, this was the second part to the series of mistakes every beginner artist makes, in this case digital art. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you could learn something from it. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, you can check it out right here. I think that's the right side. Should be here. Yeah, and I would be glad if you could maybe like leave a like, a comment, or just, you know, subscribe. and that we can see each other in the future again. That, yeah. Let's see each other again, I hope. Yay.